intelligent that being is.
Yeah, well, Einstein's brain, remember, was the same size, but different parts were bigger than others, right?
So supposedly that's come under fire lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody was like, these studies are terrible. Like,
Yeah.
you can't make these huge leaps and bounds and in conclusions just from a couple of strips of brain tissue.
Right.
But apparently most studies have.
Well, I think that's sort of like a juicy thing that people like to talk about, Einstein's brain.
Yeah.
You know, I could see people making that leap.
Right. The idea that, like, oh, well, Einstein's brain is just like anybody else's.
Yeah.
Well, that means that anybody could be a genius, you know? It really argues in favor of the nurture side of things.
Right.
But if his brain is structurally different, well, then genius is an inborn natural thing. It's just nature versus nurture played out on poor Einstein's sliced up brain.
Yeah, that lived in a garage for many years, like everyone's brain.
So here's the most controversial thing. Like, when you're comparing species to species, like you said, especially among mammals, Chuck, it's easier to say, like, yes, this EQ thing works.
Yeah.
But within a single species, that's when things start to fall apart. For instance, specifically among humans, men tend to have about 100 grams more mass to their brain than women.
Right.
But if a bigger brain means that you are more intelligent,
right,
then does that mean that men are more intelligent than women?
I think we all know that women are more intelligent than men.
Okay, so then brain size really has nothing to do with it, at least intra-species.
That's what I'm saying.
But there have been plenty of studies that I'm sure got a lot of people's hackles up. One guy named Michael McDaniel, who's a psychologist, basically entered the news cycle, bursting onto the scene in 2005.
Yeah, which is always a little bit like, yeah, who's this guy?
Right.
Yeah.
But he came up with a study that was ready-made for CNN.
Yeah, I mean, he said flat out that bigger brains means you're smarter.
Yes.
And that IE or EG, which one is it?
IE in this case.
Men are smarter than women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Because he basically put brain imaging tests and IQ tests together and said, well, there's a direct correlation between the two.
And again, with these tests, they did, they compared, or they converted SAT scores of 100,000 17 and 18-year-olds to an IQ score, and I don't see why they even had to do that. And they found that males average 3.63 IQ points higher. But I don't know, it just seems really hinky because, first of all, they use 10,000 more females than males. So that's going to skew things.
Yeah.
And then